Today's video is not really geared towards kids like our first two videos. This one's more serious, and it goes over a week in my life, and it covers more the negative side of my life. So it's not going to be full of our fun graphics and things like that, which I like doing just because it makes me laugh. But it's more of a serious video, which is more of what our family is about. You guys like the raw, original family, not staged, not scripted, I guess is a better term. So this week covers more the negative side of my life, which is me dealing with PTSD, chronic pain, depression, and my latest health issue, which is ongoing. Not to say my chronic pain isn't ongoing, it definitely is. But my latest health issue is H. pylori. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I've been living with it since I came back from deployment, but this last year has been extremely severe, and I've gone to the doctors, I've gone to a specialist now, and I'm being treated, but it's not just that. There's more involved. Like, I got GERD issues that they still haven't figured out. So when you compound the GERD with this H. pylori, hopefully I'm saying it right, on top of PTSD and depression, it really is not great. Hence the reason why I try to put out videos that are more fun and uplifting, because it helps me mentally be able to, cope with day-to-day stuff. And yeah, so this video is just about the other side you don't see in the videos. So hopefully you keep watching, and you'll learn a little bit about me. Every 8 hours, I have to take these for my stomach issue. So it's 4 pills every 8 hours. And you have to eat food with it. So I already ate. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, so I've been taking these for almost 2 weeks now. It's a 2-week prescription. Hopefully it fixes what's wrong with my stomach. We'll find out. And then on top of taking that, I also gotta take these. These two are for pain, for chronic pain. And this one's for mental health. So that's my my pill regiment, I guess, for the day. According to the doctor, there's only like 2 ways to get it. Either I've had it since I've been a kid, which doesn't seem likely, or I contracted it while I was deployed overseas. Seems more logical. The more I think back, the more it's like, yeah, I've had this issue since returning from deployment. It just hasn't been as severe. And basically, I got a bacterial infection. It affects my stomach lining and gets irritated and gives me horrible pain in my stomach, bloating, gas, and it's just miserable when it flares up. Chocolate, beef makes it horrible. Yeah, it has not been very good. Noticed it more after we moved to Florida. I guess it's because when I did have it back in Wisconsin, it just wasn't as aggravating. So I get like acid reflux really bad to the point of it feels like a heart attack. And it just leaves me completely miserable. I have to go for 3 more tests to make sure, you know, or to figure out what this is. If left untreated with this bacteria, it could lead to stomach cancer. So there is a history of stomach cancer in my family. So that's, I mean, it's only one person, but still something you don't want to mess around with. Really would like to figure out what's going on with my GERD. When they looked down my esophagus, or at my esophagus, the whatever you want to call it, the sphincter, stomach sphincter, whatever the heck it is, it didn't seem aggravated. They didn't find anything. Well, nothing that said anything. It was just benign or whatever. And that's why the doctor ordered more testing to try to figure out what is going on with that. But I am waiting on the VA. I need 3 tests done, and I haven't heard a thing from the VA. Contacted them. They're like, oh, yep, it's in your chart. We'll get to you. So, not really pleased with the way the VA is going right now. So, especially since, more than likely, this issue is from when I was deployed. Well, my GERD is acting up again, so I got indigestion issues. So this is where you'll find me. It woke me up. I tried going in the pool for a little bit, and that wasn't helping. So I'm going to what I know can help. It just takes time, and that's being in our inflatable spa. This is miserable. My chest hurts. There's like nothing I can do for it. So pretty much sitting here, let my body relax, let out all of its gas. Yes, that's farting in the pool. Or burping. And then that seems to help. Eventually, it goes away. But I mean, it can last for hours. Right now, it's been about an hour at least. At least it didn't wake me up until it was daylight out, but still, until this goes away, I'm kind of miserable and useless. I just wish they'd figure out what's wrong with me. I think I got 1 more dose left of my antibiotics. You would think if that was the cure-all, it would be working by now, but it's definitely not. Like the longest it's ever lasted was it was over 10 hours, maybe 11 hours. That's the longest it's lasted. On average, it's about 3 hours. And if it's kind of a little worse, I mean, 6 hours, I don't know. I mean, anywhere from 3 to 11 hours. Which is a chunk of the day that I am not doing anything and in pain. So yeah, this has been going on where it's been these intense, painful days. This has been going on for almost a year, where it's been very intensified and very making me useless, which, thank goodness, I work from home. I mean, I was dealing with it when we were back in Wisconsin. Needless to say, my productivity at work was low on the days that it was flared up, but it wasn't as many days as it is now. So it's kind of like at its breaking point of, we need to fix this, or I don't know if I can keep going. It's to that point. And I mean, if I had a first shift job, I would be missing a ton of work because of this. Either from lack of sleep, because it happens at midnight, 3 in the morning, whatever. I would definitely be missing a lot of work, and I did miss work when I was, working for the cable company in Wisconsin. It's just, yeah, like I've learned now to do all my doctor appointments in the afternoon, because I don't know if this is going to be leaving me unable to do anything and go anywhere. So yeah, it's just very painful. Like, I'm just all like in a little ball in here, if you could see my lower half, but I don't want you to see my lower half because I'm not wearing any clothes. So yeah, when my GERD and H. pylori is acting up, it's just horrible. So to be honest, I mean, yeah, I have suicidal thoughts because I'm in extreme pain. For most people, when you're in extreme pain, the only thing you can think of is how to make it stop. And it may only be temporary, so it's like, oh, well, don't worry about it, it'll pass. But in the moment, it is extreme, and it's really hard to deal with. And I mean, I've done multiple programs through the VA to learn how to cope with a lot of this stuff, and I think I'm getting better at it, but at the same time, there's not a fix. So I know most veterans deal with PTSD and depression, and I mean, if you look at the numbers, the highest rate of suicides in America come from veterans. So it's unfortunate, but it is a real thing. So I try to focus on all the positive things in life. I try to keep myself busy and try to, because I mean, as a soldier, that's all you do, is you're constantly just thinking, all right, what's my next task? What do I got to do next? Stay busy, busy, busy. And that's why I find myself either doing house projects, working on the Camaro. One of the things I learned in one of my classes was to do stuff you enjoy, because that's the whole point of life, is having enjoyment, because that gives you a purpose to keep going on. So having the motorcycle, going for rides, sharing that experience with the kids, taking the kids for rides. So that's one of my like avenues, or what do you want to call it, of release, is being able to enjoy time with my family, surrounding myself with things that make me happy. So our animals, the kids, just positive things. Well, today it's a little overcast. We had some drizzle but that's about it. Did a lot of stuff out at the pool, cleaned the pool, and did the filter, all that good stuff. Just got done with Pinch a Penny, checking out, or had them check the chemical levels, make sure they're good. Right now I'm driving along the river. I got my chiropractor appointment that I got to go to. I've been going since September of 2022, since we've been here, and I've seen improvement. We looked at x-rays and all that, and definitely improving, which is helping with my chronic back pain. Still got a ways to go, and but yeah, I go to the chiropractor once a week, and I think it's definitely helping. I just got done with the chiropractor, and good movement. Definitely seems to have helped. I mean, my back is still like really sensitive and sore from taking these antibiotics, so it's nice to get a little bit of relief when I can. I try not to take my pain meds, but unless I need to, and while being on these antibiotics, I definitely have needed to, just because I don't know, my body's just kind of like more achy and feeling everything more with my, I guess, weakened immune system. I don't know.
We celebrated Father's Day and I ate this delicious cake. However, it upsetted my stomach and led to problems.
On my antibiotics are all done. However, after eating the Father's Day cake that was uber delicious, it did have chocolate in it, which really upset my tummy. I was up from like midnight till 4 in the morning dealing with my indigestion issues. So my antibiotics not working. Contacted the doctor, waiting to hear back. Like, hey, I'm all done with my treatment, still having a problem. So yeah, I paid dearly for that cake. I mean, it was delicious. Would I have done it again? I don't know. It was painful. But you don't know until you try. And honestly, when I was eating that cake, I wasn't really thinking about that chocolate causing a problem. Now I'm definitely thinking about it. So, yeah, not a great night. I was eventually able to fall asleep, but then I slept, you know, through the morning. So, getting a late start to the day, but at least now I'm feeling a little better. My stomach still feels weird, so I'm hoping the doctor calls me back and figure out what the next step is in my treatment. Not an easy subject to talk about. Like, originally this video was going to be our second episode, but it was just really hard to do. So I wanted to do a more fun video prior to it, and so that's why this video is happening now as our third episode. Because it's hard to talk about stuff. It's hard to go and, you know, ask for help and get help when it comes to either mental health or actual like physical issues. And right now with my mental health and physical issues, it's all like compounded. So it's like I work with the VA and trying to get that help. But yeah, the first step is saying you need help, and there's nothing wrong with it. It actually doesn't make you weak. It makes you empower yourself to try to get help. So I've been getting help for like 2020 was my all-time low, and I think it was for a lot of people because of, you know, the whole COVID shutdowns, all that type of stuff. I think a lot of people fell into like a bad place, but that just kind of compounded on top of what I was already dealing with. So started getting help treatment in 2020. That's why I take a pill for my mental health, and it's been a trial, that's for sure. This isn't the first medication I've been on, as there's been multiple medications to get to this point. I think I got one that seems to be helping. Sometimes I got to double up the dose depending on the day. If I have a severe GERD attack, then I usually double the dose because I know the result of having all that pain is going to lead to negative. It's hard to talk about. I like when I'm in videos, I like to come across as having a lot of fun, and I do enjoy making the videos and spending time with the kids.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you liked it, and if you did, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. We have new videos coming out every week. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video. Was it too dark? Hit too close to home? Was it, you know, just let me know. That's the only way we really get the interaction, and I'm curious what you thought. Don't worry, next week's video we'll go back to the kids and having fun, so stay tuned for that. See you then. Bye.